Hey folks, this is Vint with Dad's Gaming Addiction, and today we're going to quickly review Sands of Salzar. This is a game that you can find on Steam's Early Access program for about 15 bucks, and I stress Early Access. That means the game is still under development, and as such, everything that you're about to see here is subject to change. So what is Sands of Salzar? Well, have you ever played Mountain Blade, or any Mountain Blade game for that matter? That is what this game is like, except put it in this exotic desert Aladdin Arabian Nights theme, and you've got Sands of Salzar. You're going to, in the beginning, choose a character, and you can choose between different characters that have different abilities, and the different characters that you choose will determine, what skills you'll have and how your overall character will play. For example, the beginner character that is recommended has this magic attack, but you'll be able to choose other characters that have melee or what have you. So, like a Mountain Blade game, you're going to be running around like a chicken with a head cut off kind of thing, where you're going to be looking for quests, looking for things to do, looking to stay alive. There is a food mechanic in this game, so you may have to constantly find vendors that will sell you food, and of course you'll need the money to do that. You'll find items in the environment. You'll come across groups of armed men that will wipe the floor with you, bandits, what have you. And then you'll come across wolves that are, oh, I can handle these guys, no problem. So it's got that typical Mountain Blade mentality. Like, you don't know what is around the corner. You don't know what's going to end up killing you next. So it's difficult. It's one of those games that was kind of misleading. When I was looking at the Steam store page, when I was offered my press key, and I'm like, oh, there's a bunch of guys on my side, and I've got this huge army, and I'm attacking this other huge army. I thought it was some sort of, like, army management game. Well, it kind of is, but it's much slower than what the Steam store page, I don't know, led me to expect. Don't expect huge armies right away. Like any Mountain Blade game, it's going to take you time to find your footing, find your way around the different areas. There's one huge Diablo-esque map, kind of, sort of, and you're going to be going from waypoint to waypoint, map to map, just walking around, looking around, seeing what's there, what's not, talking to people, accepting quests, and so on. But don't expect to have all these followers right away. You've got one follower, which is nice. She's part of the story, and she'll help you out. She's this, like, rogue character. She's more melee than my character is. But there's also an RPG element. I can equip various pieces of equipment to them. They have durability, so if their equipment gets damaged, I have to find a way to repair it, or just simply equip new stuff. When you start getting party members, and I didn't get party members until about 3 to 4 hours into this, you'll have to try and keep them alive. There's, like, white rose potions, I believe they're called. You have to find them in the environment. If they die, you can revive them using this potion, or you've got a talent tree, in addition to a skill tree, which is what you're going to use to unlock new things. Like, I've got this magic missile thing that explodes, and I'll be able to unlock other things, more mana, more strength, more dexterity, and so on. But I've also got this talent tree, which spreads out into different things. Like, there's a leadership branch where, when I go down that branch, I can bring on more people into my group. There's another section of the branch that, it's more survivability for my people. There's a white rose potion brewing section there. There's a merchant branch where I can passively earn money every day, which is what I took right away so that I can continuously afford food without having to, like, hunt down people and kill them. So, yeah, there's a talent tree, which is awesome. You'll be gaining talent points over time. A skill tree, you'll be gaining skills over time. Likewise, your party members also gain skills. Like, the talent tree is specifically yours, but everyone else has their own skill tree. So you'll be able to branch them off into different things too, which is kind of nice. The game, I gotta say, is overwhelming at first, like Mountain Blade is. It's overwhelming in the sense that I had no idea what I was doing, what enemies I could tackle. Like, I almost died my very first encounter. This is a game that's going to require several attempts to get right, and that's just, unfortunately, the way it works. Luckily, as you continue to survive, you'll level up your character, you'll get stronger. Again, you'll be able to unlock new skills and equip better weapons and the like, so that'll help you out. There's also a legacy system in this game where you'll be earning these legacy points. And legacy points is important because you'll be able to, on your next playthrough, pick what things you'll want to bring with you into your new playthrough. So I can do, okay, I want increased strength or increased agility, or I want this power. This will cost me 15 legacy points, 45 legacy points, and so on. You start with 60 for your very first run. So you'll be able to assign legacy points right away. But there's, for playing this game, you'll be rewarded with legacy points a number of different ways. Think of them as like achievement points. And, just going to this stone and finding it, or, doing this thing over here. There's so many different ways to earn these points that, when you start a new playthrough, you'll have, quite a bit to spend, which is really cool. So, even if the game seems hard on your first go at it, don't be discouraged. As you continue to learn the game and get better at it, just like any Mount and Blade game, you'll start to really enjoy it. And you'll start learning, okay, now this enemy looks tough, this enemy is, and so on. Now, there are various camps and different factions, like in a Mount and Blade game, and there's diplomacy associated with them. Some camps will go, no, in order to trade with me, you either need to spend 100 gold right now for a one-time trade offer, or spend 1,000 gold to have the honor of trading with us permanently. Luckily, the faction that I started next to, I have unlimited trading with them. I did quests for them and earned some reputation. Like, I had to deliver this ransom to these bandits, and then they let the noble go, and then I brought him back, and I got a bunch of money and some reputation that way. There's various characters you'll be speaking to, and yes, you have a main quest that you have to do, but you can just as easily, go off to the side. There's a bunch of these little mini instances, I guess, or little mini dungeon runs, so to speak, where you'll come across this statue or camp or whatever, and you interact with it. It'll say recommended level 5, recommended level 10, recommended level 15, whatever. And it'll say you can only bring, it's a solo mission, you can only bring yourself with you. There's no respawn should you fall. Would you like to proceed? And it's like a little mini dungeon. You have to complete the encounter, and when you do, you get some really cool loot. And these are repeatable, but every like 7 days, 10 days, something like that. So it's not like you can just keep grinding them out repeatedly. But if you find these things in the environment, there's plenty of them, and you can handle them, go in there, take care of it, and then come back, 7 days later to repeat the process. Bandits, as you kill men from a particular faction, they'll go, you've beaten us several times already. We can't handle you. Please let us go. And if you do so, you'll get some bonus reward reputation with that faction. So, again, if you've ever played any sort of Mount and Blade game, then I think you'll fit right at home here. But you have to have enjoyed a Mount and Blade game, really, to fully appreciate this one. This game is in the form of a top-down, like I said, like a Diablo-esque style view, where you're running around, you're taking care of things. Combat only occurs when you actually encounter something. Otherwise, you're just running around talking to people. There is an overworld map, and again, there are different factions living within said map. Some encounters are extremely brutal, others not so much. As far as the different units that you can recruit, I've only recruited 3 so far. I've bought these wolves off this vendor. I also bought a snake hatchling kind of thing, and I got these mercenaries from the faction that I did that noble quest for. So I have those 3, and they're helping me out, in addition to the main lady that's with me for my main quest. And so far, we're doing okay. I've died twice already, but died is kind of a harsh term. You respawn at the beginning of the map, and I guess they leave you alone for a little bit. Like, there's a little safety timer that ticks down. I don't know if there's permadeath in this or not. I haven't seen that. I've been playing for 3 to 4 hours. I've died twice, and I've respawned every single time back at my starting area. At some point, you'll be able to create your own camp and set your spawn point there and so on, but I am not that far ahead. This game is going to require several hours of playtime, just like any Mount and Blade game, to fully get a sense of what content there is. So do I recommend this one? Yes. Just be warned that it's hard, it's brutal. There's a high learning curve associated with it, but if you like a Mount and Blade game and you're willing to stick with it, I think you'll enjoy it. Again, my favorite aspect to it is the different characters that you can choose at the beginning of every run. And I like the fact that there are different skill trees for each of your different units, and you've got your own talent tree, so you can spec any which way you like. I like that. So I want to keep playing this just so I can create this, huge, bad, you-know-what person with a group to match. But it's still early access, so I don't want to go too heavily into it and then something patch and then it break my save. That happens. So I may just give this a little bit of time to cook, and then I'll come back and, enjoy it even more. Maybe with a new playthrough. But do I recommend it? Yeah, $15. At the moment, it's 40% off, so you can get it for $9 until October 6th, 2020. Again, Steam's early access program. If you guys haven't already, subscribed to me on Twitch and YouTube. That way you can stay up to date with any new content I happen to publish. This is Vince. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you next time.